for me, I write about the beauty of our people, the beauty of our culture. Shifts in paradigm need to take place in terms of oppression and domination, and not only fighting the negative, but really accentuating what it means to be well and whole.
And then we landed on ghetto African beaches preaching political causes and paradigmatic shifts of the soul. And the sun saw God in us and said, well done. It is the seventh day of the seventh season, and we are the bone in Gilead to make the wounded whole. We must tell our stories. We must tell the truth. We must tell how we made it. Hey, my people, we must tell it. And in the telling there is danger. I am the daughter of the Lion of Judah, and I roar, roar, roar. I am daughter of the Lion of Judah, and there will be silence no more.
And we as a black people descended from Africa, you know, we dealing with some serious issues, and we going up against some serious demons. For myself, I just think I'm a brother with some common sense that sees what's obvious, and what's obvious is the white man is trying to kick our ass, and what's obvious for me is that I ain't having it.
White man, your name is known to the red man, the yellow man, and the black man. We could all sit around and point fingers at each other, but the bottom line is that there's some serious evils being committed against my people, particularly. Spitting contradictions to the existence of God, atheists and agnostics bowing to no God nor gods, no higher power, nothing greater than this.
And when I see myself as an artist, I really more so see myself as a messenger.
People ask me why you so angry, but wouldn't you be? And if not, maybe you should be me.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down to tell our story because the half has never been told and it never will be. The half has never been told and this is only a fraction. The half has never been written on paper because paper cannot bear bloodstains. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down to tell our story because the whole of it has never been written in books. But if you want to know what really happened, you'd have to read the lines on my great Uncle Jake's back. You should read the lines sometimes, but I warn you, it's not easy reading. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down to tell our story because the half has never been told and it never will be. The half has never been told and this is only a fraction. But to know what really happened, you'd have to listen to the account given by my great-great-great-grandmother's vaginal lips. They'll tell you what really happened behind the big house. They'll tell you secrets that are left out of social studies of civilizations. But this story ain't funny and some people don't like comedy. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down to tell our story because the half has never been told and it never will be. But to know what really happened, you'd have to learn Braille. To know what really happened, you'd have to learn Braille and read my cousins wrote next. You'd have to learn Braille and read Thomas's dangling neck. Learn Braille and read Mary's hanging neck. But I warn you, your eyes will get heavy and yearn for commercials and soap operas to erase the nightmare of necks hanging out in your mind's eye. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down, but no one wants to read it, and your mind can't believe it, and your heart can't receive it, and your soul can't receive it, so I put it in Beloved. And you ran for movie lines in search of comic strips to make you laugh, because my story ain't funny. I couldn't breathe and I was in need, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down because genetic flashbacks make my throat itch and my palms wet and my heart rate off beat. Genetic flashbacks make my throat itch and my palms wet and my heart rate off beat. I couldn't breathe, so I wrote it down. I wrote it down hoping knowing that one day your unwaxed ears could hear it. And one day your brainwashed minds can contain the true dirt of our history. But until that time, I've got to breathe, so I'm writing it down. Until that time, I've got to breathe, so I'm writing it down. But this is only a fraction. Great-grandma's lips, only a fraction. Jake's back, only a fraction. Dangling neck's only a fraction. But I've got to breathe, I've got to breathe, I've got to breathe. So I'm writing it down, I'm writing it down, I'm writing it down. All right. Yeah.
In terms of my artistic work, I have given myself the name of the Lioness, and that is based in the Old Testament. God is referred to as the Lion of Judah, and oftentimes people will equate spiritual people with passive people, and I think a true understanding of spirituality requires action. And so for me, the metaphor of being a lioness requires that I roar from my spiritual place.
And in my lifetime, the crooked places of capitalism and crack will be made straight.
That I speak up, even when things are difficult, even when it's unpopular.
In my lifetime, the valleys of African and diasporic people will be exalted.
When I see unrighteousness, that when I see injustice, I have to talk about
it. Society is fucked constantly. Cause Lady Liberty is a whore being pimped by the devil who keeps sending her out for more and more and more. I'm telling you, Lady Liberty is a whore, cause she's a nympho. She can't get enough of that funky stuff. She likes it from the back, she likes to be on top, she can't stop. She has fucked all my friends, and I can't help but notice she has a particular fondness for fucking black men. People who can't find work are in line to get blowjobs. She lures people from other lands to her island like her cousins, the Roman sirens, promising to let them see her plentiful pussy. But all she does is show her ass and laugh and laugh and laugh. Lady Liberty is a whore. She tries to fuck me every day, and this bitch don't play. She wants me to bend over now cause she got a strap on. And I realize society may be anal retentive, but I am vaginal attentive and penal preventive. You will not punk me. Go and try to fuck the socially erect and politically correct masses who gladly give up their asses. Anyone with hard luck gives them a hard on. Society is fucked, and every day it gains new converts and perverts, cohorts and consorts. They got thousands of welfare lines for millions of concubines. I'm telling y'all, Lady Liberty is a whore. Everybody gets a chance for the song and dance, but then it's down to business. And if you haven't got fucked yet, don't worry, you will. Leave your money on the nightstand as you leave, she tells you as she lights a cigarette. Because having a cigarette after you fuck is a concept invented by the tobacco lobbies, who wait in hotel lobbies, waiting to check in under fictitious names because they don't want their wives to find out that Lady Liberty is fucking them too. Lady Liberty is a whore. She fucks men, women, and children. She got fetishes for unborn fetuses and builds monuments to black penises. Society is fucked, and in that way socialization equals masturbation. It feels good, but it produces nothing.
Well, basically what poetry is to me is basically verbal expression of inner feelings, and I think it's kind of a component of culture. Where it comes in is that, you know, we as a people have always done these forms of expression, whether it be through poetry, through song, through dance, through crafts. However it is expressed, I believe, you know, it's an outward expression, in this case verbal, of an inward feeling. So basically poetry is like word, sound, power manifested.
It's a new millennium. Time to get on some new shit. Lioness The Prophet 2000. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all crackers ain't jack to me. Pass the microphone back to me, cause we're pushing out hits like a factory.
I would have to label myself as like the anti-artist. So that for what, you know, for all the reasons that most people do whatever it is that they do, I have to say that those aren't the same reasons that I do it. I don't have a great love for the crowd, other than there's a crowd of the masses of people that I'm trying to reach. I don't have a great love for seeing my face on TV, but if my face needs to be seen on TV in order to remind people that this face does exist, then that's a part of it. You know, so a lot of things that people enter into this particular business for, whether it be anything, poetry, music, you know, whatever it is, that's not really my thing. You know, although I do have that, you know, certain ego that every artist does, I can, you know, I would be a fool to try to say that I don't have any ego. But basically, you know, it's really destroying that. And when I see myself as an artist, I really more so see myself as a messenger. Undeniably Negro, outspoken. As I built on, I you know, understood the connotations of the word Negro, so I changed that to undeniably Nubian, outspoken, which is what it is now. And the Prophet came because at that time, the circle of friends I was dealing with was always like, you know, oh man, you come around kicking all that black stuff, man. What you think you are, the Prophet or something? And they started calling me the Prophet, and you know, that just stuck. So bam, Uno the Prophet, and there it was.
I don't need no hook for this, cats still gon' look for this. There ain't no book for this, cats had to cook for this, plus all the bullshit that I took for this. Crooked man, crooked style, long chick with a smile, brother took a while, let me cut, look a while. When the devil come, took him out, put my crown down, let my dreads hang down, shook him out. Type of things that a brother wrote a book about. CD2 cop decker looking out, you ain't know I'm dropping bombs. ProphecyCommunications.com, chicks dig me from wit and charm. Respect queen until you break your arm. I don't need to call.
There was a brother by the name of Jamarhl Crawford who was doing a venue, and during my interview weekend I went to his poetry venue, and it was really wonderful, and I was excited about having a poetry community here. But in those months before I moved here, something happened and the venue closed. I heard about a place in Cambridge. I went and performed there, and there was a brother there named Bryant who told me that he has people come to his house on Sunday evenings and do poetry. So I was excited to hear about that and went there, and there were a number of people who I would say, actually all of them I'm still in contact with now, and that became a poetry community. In terms of performances, before he had moved to Boston, he was a part of a Blackout Arts Collective in New York, and so I think Bryant was basically the idea person, and we started doing performances in Cambridge and in Boston, and decided we wanted to really do them on a regular basis. And so we put on shows every other week at a place called the Piano Factory here in Boston, and I would say that has really been nurturing for me. One of the other members of the Arts Collective is a brother named VCR, it's also Vernon, and he has a venue at Roxbury Community College, which is really positive. And so really trying to reach out and have venues and places in the community where people can get to and where people can really grow and learn together. Brother Askia Toure, it's been wonderful to meet him, a real elder who's in the community and who is really willing to nurture young artists, to talk to us not just about poetry but about our history, about African American culture. And he recently started a venue as well as at a bookstore, a local bookstore. So it's really, I would say when I first came it felt like a desert place, because it just, I think the way people have explained things to me here is like there's kind of a tide that goes in and comes out. And so when I first moved here it was hard, and now there are all these various pockets, and I like to say an oasis where you can really be fed as an artist here.
The next boy child left in the shadows, rise and shine, boy child, rise and shine.
Our identity doesn't start with slavery, but that we have an entire historical context and a contemporary place. I think that my creativity is nurtured and pulled by both the positive and negative experiences of life.
I grew up right here, Roxbury, between here and Mattapan, my grandmother's and my mother's house. Humboldt Ave and Blue Hill Ave, you know, that's basically what's going on for me. And the only thing that has really contributed to who I am as an artist, or whatever they, you know, however you want to classify me, is basically, you know, it forced me to really, how they say, keep it real, like for real. I mean, because this is where I'm at, and you know, when I leave and come back, this is where I come back to. And cats from around here really ain't gonna have me, you know, acting any differently than, you know, a brother been acting. So, you know, a cat got to keep it calm and collected and, you know, really maintain this. But this is it. This is the community. This is where the black masses is at, you know. So this is what I deal with. This is grassroots. This is where all the people that me and a lot of other people talk about so much about loving black people and all that, you know. Well, these black people that we supposed to love, they don't live up on no fucking hill nowhere. This is where they live at. So this is where I'm at. And, you know, my grandmother and my people's been here for, you know, 50 plus years. And this is where I see myself always owning property and basically, you know, they could bury me at the top of the hill for all I'm concerned. Spread my ashes to Africa, between Africa and Roxbury, you know, and I basically bring a little bit of that wherever I go.
Lioness The Prophet, love, Boston, Massachusetts, up in here, Roxbury, y'all. Roxbury, y'all. Hey, yo, check it. Stop one time right quick. I just want to tell y'all a couple things. You got access to the internet? Check me out. prophecycommunications.com. Very easy. MP3, all that, help me out. I need some love. Also, I want y'all to look out for Blue Magazine. That's the next thing. And I also need y'all to stay tuned for my new music, which is coming forward. I got a track called Goldilocks. Anybody guess what that's about? White people with dreadlocks. Oh yeah. Alright? I got another joint called Angry Black Man. I have another joint called Kill Whitey. Alright? So there's a lot of shit that's coming forward for y'all. And see, and it's good that we could all sit and laugh about it, but when you hear it, it's a serious thing. And what it is, especially, let's take like a Kill Whitey. See, I put a song out like Kill Whitey, right? Motherfuckers all don't know how to react. But what we hear every day, die nigga, nigga dead, bitches nigga, the fuck is that all about? The fuck is that all about? You go to any party, I don't care, it's up in Boston, all white boys, to all my niggas in the back. Let me ever go to a party and be like, to all my crackers in the back. See how that jump off. Alright? So what I'm saying is now, brothers like me is here to flip and change the paradigm. So maybe our children will not grow up thinking that it's cool to say, what's up, nigga? Maybe we can greet each other with, what's up, brother? And if we're going to say any kind of derogatory names, let it be some other names. Shit, you don't ever see no Asian people walking up to each other talking about, what up, chink? Puerto Ricans walk, what up, spick? Only our dumb asses. Even some of those of us who are conscious now still do it. Still say it. Because that shit is like programmed in your motherfucking brain. Break that shit out. No more niggas. 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 Love.
I would say the largest influence of my childhood or my current work was the opportunity to live in Liberia, because prior to living there, I had high self-esteem in terms of my academic self and my gifts and talents, but in terms of my concept of being a black woman and being an African woman, that was definitely affected by growing up in America and kind of the internalized self-hatred that we have. And so being able to go to a place and see women who look like me embraced and celebrated really helped me in terms of my self-esteem and really coming to realize who I am as a person.
Do you know your name? Not your sign or your lucky number, but your name. Sister, your name is not Ho or Hoochie. Brother, your name is not gangster or nigga. Seems to me you've been answering to the wrong name for too long, too long. So long the ancestors have disowned you.
Seems to me you need to write the passage, cause the revolution's got no time for fake ones. Let's be real. Seems to me you need to write the passage. Have you let anything in you die lately? Why don't you kill that noise that says women are trifling? Why don't you kill that noise that says men are dogs? Why don't you kill that noise that says I got mine, you got yours to get? Why don't you kill that noise that says God is dead? Why don't you kill that noise that says to be a man you've got to blows the drop of a hat? Why don't you kill that noise that says to be a woman you have to forget that your body is a temple, your body is a temple, your body is a temple, your body. Have you let anything in you die lately? Why don't you kill that noise? Because the revolution's got no time for fake ones. Let's be real. Seems to me you need to write the passage. Have you given birth to anything new lately? Have you given birth to dreams of a new nation? Have you let those dreams affect the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you live, the way you laugh, the way you love? Have you given birth to anything new lately? Seems to me you need to write the passage, because the revolution's got no time for fake ones. Why walk when you can fly? Why walk when you can fly? Why walk when you can fly? What are you doing on your knees with wings? How ludicrous is it for you to be crawling around dragging wings? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? It's time to you be a real one, a real sister, a real brother, a real prophet, a real poet, a real revolutionary, a real scholar, because we've got no more time, we've got no more time, we've got no more time for fake ones.
You run the streets scared of me when it is I who should be scared of you. White men watching my steps, coming up behind them and getting closer, closer, as if I am to rob them, and all I want to do is get past them. Scared of me like I should be scared of you. White man, your name is known to the red man, the yellow man, and the black man. You Viking, you pillager, plunderer, and pirate with a legacy of lynching and a reputation of rape, and you're scared of me. Scholar, wise man, merchant, farmer, master scientist, and mathematician, taught you the laws of averages, and you fancy yourself a statistician, fucking me over with percentages and polls used in fear-based propaganda, and I can sit idly by no longer while you have become a fearmonger, and your icy grip is becoming stronger. You are scared of even your own shadow because you are but a shadow of your former self. There is nothing to fear but fear itself, using your own people's fear against them. Stay in your house. Be careful if you have to go out. It's not safe out there. You scared of me? Tell me when groups of black people went and conquered anywhere and raped the women, killed the men, and enslaved the children. When did we castrate and burn at the stake and crucify and then try to vilify? When have black men stuck a plunger deep inside the ass of a defenseless captive, as happened in the places that you have prepared for the enforcers of your wicked laws? When have black men been accused of eating people and having sex with corpses? Where is the young black man who killed his own mother because he listened to satanic CDs and felt like he wanted to see what the bitch looked like dead? You have Manson and Menendez, neo-Nazis and the same old Nazis. You are fascinated with Ted Bundy and you laugh at Al Bundy. Hannibal Lecter could have went free if he'd have had Barry Schechter, and you scared of me. If black men do start killing white men, it would only be fair, right? It would only be about time, right? Like kill whitey, race riot, burn and loot, like they stop and shoot young black men down in the streets of Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, Massachusetts. Like a pack of dogs, they chase down the prey, the endangered species, like they did in Bensonhurst and Savin Hill and Howard Beach. How many black people died at the hands of white men? We should have breakfast and talk about the significance of Reginald Denny, as long as we don't do it at Denny's. It's tragic that he got his ass beat like that, but not quite as tragic as the ass whipping that Rodney King took, or the long line of brothers before him that were whipped and beaten and clubbed and spit on and pissed on and burned and bitten, dating all the way back to the first brother in line for the very first slave ship. And you scared of me. White women got the nerve to be scared of me. How many white women have died at the hands of black men? How many black men have died at the hands of white women? This silly lily bitch sits so pristine, pure as the driven snow, crying, rape! Most times after having sex that she wanted from the moment she set her baby blues on that big black hunk of nigger. Rape! Sometimes even when nothing happened, rape! One word and black men, darkies, niggas, coons, and Negroes too all died. And you think I would trouble myself with your purse, with bits of scrap papers, lipstick, and tampons, maybe spend your little chump change on some crack. Ooh, look, $6.66. Now eyes can get high. Maybe smack you around a bit, maybe even rape you, and right on cue you can scream, rape, like you so often do. Help, rape, this black nigger is raping me. And even today, the likelihood of my death for even the assumption of your rape is very possible. And all I did was sit next to you on the train. So what, we got off at the same stop and are walking the same way. You're scared of me when I should be scared of you. Most times a black man gets together with a white woman, it spells trouble. In restaurants, banks, down south, in hospitals. All the other white people are waiting any minute for the white girl to slip them a note with "help me" scrawled on it. Or just yell, rape, even though it is a bit cliche, because she must be being held captive in some kind of way. Maybe she's a runaway and he's her pimp. He probably beats her. Where are all these cases of violence? Where are all these black rapists? These niggers who sneak in windows and jump out of alleys? Where are all these white girl killers? Most black men are too busy loving them, bringing them around the way, and I try to stay away because I don't want to be around when the bullshit goes down. I just steer clear and use wisdom to know when to get the hell out of here. And you scared of me. You should be. Cause any time now I might go off and give you the satisfaction of seeing me transform into my warrior spirit by slaying 10,000 devils with the jawbone of the ass who started this. And I guess I should be scared of you. I guess I'm supposed to be scared of you. But I'm not.
The ancients said, the poets said the gods speak through their mouths. So the poets, that's what the poet is. That's what the poet is. That's what the poet is. If you don't get nowhere, no truth nowhere else, you get it here. Get it here. Ashe.
We're talking about a revolution. Underground movement, moving bodies across the Atlantic, migrating south to north, moving minds, Afrocentrism, Nubians, the boys, enslaved bodies, free bodies, enslaved minds, underground movements, underground secrets. Hush, somebody's calling my name. Secret societies, Ashanti, Zulu, Delta, Omega, Mason, secret codes, slang, Ebonics, Creole, spirituals, secret meetings, churches and woods, hampers and basements, under the ground,